Hello guys, welcome to another episode of No Orgasm Mastery or No PMO Mastery. And today is day 4 of my journey of no orgasms and no porn, no masturbation. And today I want to talk about why is it important to count the days. So counting days is especially important to those who are new to this thing or who are just starting, or for people who are really struggling with like watching porn and things like that. So for people who are doing like no orgasm for a longer time, they kind of don't have to count because they're like, it's just like a habit not to watch porn, not to masturbate, not to orgasm. But for people who are still struggling, it's really important to count the days. And that is for the reason when you are not kind of counting, you just kind of like, in your head counting whatever, and then you don't really realize how many days you're having, and you kind of like, you're on day 5 and you think you're already on day 10 whatever, or you think you're on day 10 and you just think you're on day 6, and you're kind of like, oh, I'm just on day 6, I'm just gonna ejaculate or watch porn, and you don't really value your progress as much. But if you're counting each day, even if you're like on day 3, like each day is extreme accomplishment for you. So, and you can kind of like celebrate it by going into nature, things like that, and congratulate yourself. But if you're not counting the days, then you don't really have the objective measurement of it, of your accomplishment. And when you are hitting those days like day 14, or after 2 weeks, you have like more sense of accomplishment, and you don't want to lose it, because if you were to ejaculate or watch porn, it would set you back to day 1. And then I'm not saying that's like a kind of like a bad thing that you fail, like it is a bad thing, but I'm not saying that like you should go kill yourself if you fail. But like that's why you have to count. And even if you're on day 1, 2 and 3, it's even more important as if you're on day 100. You know what I'm saying? Because those days at the beginning are the most important, because they are the hardest to conquer the urges and stuff like that. And many people get discouraged when they got like on day 30 and they fail and they're back on day 1, that they should just they should not continue because they don't have many days. But as I said, like even day 1, 2, 3, as long as you keep getting back in track on your no PMO journey, that's all that it matters. But I'm not saying it's good to fail, but I'm saying as long as you keep going without no PMO, that's all that matters. The worst scenario is if you just give up, and you don't count days anymore, and you're just doing it, because if you have a pornography problem, you need to count days. If you have orgasm problems or sexual masturbation problems, you need to count days. So that's the video for today. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. And just to clarify to that video, that many people have different objectives. So for me, objective now, I already overcame the porn addiction, but for me the objective this time is to keep without orgasming for a longer time. So for some people, if they're doing like, their objective is to quit porn, then that should be their number 1 objective. And if they for example have orgasm with their girlfriends, or they masturbate without porn, they could still be considered as counting the days because they didn't watch porn. So for example, somebody might be on day 14, 15 of not watching porn, but then they would, for example, have orgasm during sex with their girlfriend. So in that case, it doesn't set them back to day 1, and they still keep going, counting the days. So again, it depends of what your objective is. For example, some people want to give up only, like they don't watch porn, but they want to give up excessive masturbation, yeah? So So for them, it would be like if they have orgasm with their partner, it doesn't set them back to day one. So again, it depends what your objective is, you know. So yeah, for first timers, it might be a good idea to not be too harsh on yourself, and even if you ejaculate during masturbation, don't set yourself back to day one if you're still addicted to porn. So I hope that makes sense, and I'll see you in the next episode.